let's go to the training folder. File number 3 has a connection with file number 4. We talk about arrays now. Array means a collection of things, a bunch of things lah. So you see array, right? It means a bunch of things. So when it comes to Excel cells, right? We are talking about a bunch of Excel cells now. First worksheet, we have products, unit sold, unit price, and sales. So this topic is about plugging formulas in different manner. We're going to plug in the formula for sales. So in this context, right, units price times unit sold will actually bring us to sales, correct? Very simple formula. Formula always starts with equal sign. Without equal sign, it's not a formula. So click on 3 and then put an asterisk and put it to unit price. As you already know, your cells, your formula and your cells, they are color coded for us to check. It's a good convenience actually. So after that, enter, right, and double click downwards. So you're in a habit of dragging it, please don't do it. You wouldn't want to drag over a few hundred rows actually, so don't do it that way. Alright, so very simple, right? I'm still having this range, and in my status bar I can see that my total revenue or sales is actually 1690. I'm going to sum this all up in cell D9. So over D9 sum formula, I'm going to use a shortcut key, guys. Alternate equal sign. Okay, this will be sum. Before I execute the sum formula, guys, I want to talk about this plus sign. Microsoft uses the plus sign to represent simultaneous shortcut keys. Example, right, when you save up your files, it's Control S, right? You have to press Control and then S, so it becomes Control S, like copy, Control C, right? But you know, it's not really simultaneous. You have to press the first key first and hold it, press the second key, and then let go both keys. That is considered simultaneous. So let's go. So alternate equal sign and enter. Okay. If I press F2, right, it's here. If I press Control group accent, I see that the summing is taking place from this range to this range. Right? Okay, so no big deal, normal. I know it sounds simple for people who are using Excel already. What we are doing is we are warming up for the training. So if you notice, right, things that we're doing, we've touched on since the start of today. We're just climbing up in terms of difficulty level. Alright, next worksheet please. Notes in green boxes, but just ignore the notes and focus on the exercise itself. So we talk about array formulas. Array formulas has been around for a super long time, guys. Since the start, I would say early years of Excel. Go over to D3. Now, you want formulas all plugged in like that, right? Okay. Can you select this range? So this is the first step. Second step will be clicking on your formula bar. We are going to plug in the formula here instead of here, because you need to select the whole entire range that you will need the sales number to come out, right? You can't actually click on this cell anymore. You click on this cell, it will deselect this whole thing. Okay, so you need to go to your formula bar right here. Okay, so second step, equal sign, select this whole bunch of things, put an asterisk, come to here. Now you have a long range, right? No need to use your cursor. You can press Control Shift down arrow. So Control Shift down arrow, you select your whole entire column. So what we have is right now like that. Okay, but you can't really press enter for array formulas. You have to Control Shift enter. I'll explain as we go along. So hang on a second, one thing at a time. Control Shift enter. See that? For those who didn't press Control and Shift enter, who are having 365 and 2021, it still works, but that's not objective of this training yet. We haven't finished what we started, guys. So we are just right in the middle. So it's actually Control Shift enter for now. Alright. So Control Shift Enter will actually invoke your curly brackets. You see curly brackets up here? See that? When you see curly brackets, this is known as array formulas. Array formulas is actually taking a bunch of cells, either plus ke, multiply ke, do an arithmetic operation on that with a bunch of cells. But for the old platform, before 2019 and below, right, you have to press Control Shift Enter. Otherwise, it won't work. New formula up next, guys. This is a very useful formula which I like, is formula text. This is just to display your formulas on your cell. Let's try it. Go to E3 right now, which I'm plugging in right now. Double click on formula text. Just click on the 150, enter, and you display your whole entire formula. I'm going to shift this a bit. Okay. And then I'm going to copy, double click to copy down. It is for your reference lah. After training, so you can refer to things. It lists down the formula in the cell. So can you come over here where my cursor is right now? Do an alternate equal sign. And also formula text this. You can also do an array formula for your sum. So how does it go? I'm coming to this cell here. Paste. Let's get the 1690, but using a different method. So equal sign, sum of course. When I press S, right, which is of course it stands for sum. This listing pops out, right? This thing is actually called Excel IntelliSense. It helps us list down stuff, you know. It shows us lah. Let me spell it correctly first. Hang on, IntelliSense. List down the formulas that is starting with S. It's for us to double click. So let me do it again. So there it is. So I don't see sum here, or I see a scroll bar, right? So I don't want to scroll, maybe. I'm going to press U. And I see a SUM right here where my cursor is right now. So I'm supposed to double click on it. Let's go and double click on it. It opens up or an open bracket also as well. So it's clickable. And of course, in IntelliSense, we also list down the syntax of the sum formula. You see the bowl here. The idea is still just to follow the bowl. But you notice something, guys. When you hold your mouse over this, right, it feels very clickable. But this is something we don't click because nothing will happen. It just looks clickable, but it's actually not clickable, right? Somewhat. Alright, we are not going to sum the usual way because we are doing an array formula for this. So what we want to do is take this, put an asterisk, and do this. That means we are going to sum up this times this now. But you have to press Ctrl Shift. Enter. Let's do a formula text. Put it here. See that? This 1690 is now not relying on this. It's just taking directly. So you have a choice that sometimes if you don't need that breakdown of things, you can do a quick sum this way. How's it, guys? Alright, the shortcuts, Ctrl Shift Enter. So array formulas, right, are invoked using Ctrl Shift Enter, guys. Any questions? No questions? Dynamic erase is something quite new. So dynamic erase started in September 2018. So what about, right? 2019 is not included in this because 2019, right, Excel 2019 was released before September 2018. It was released much earlier. So it will not work for these Excel versions. So here it goes. Obviously, I'm going to put a title, right? Sales. We are still going to derive the same bunch of sales numbers, but in a very different way. So here it goes, guys. I'm going to put equal sign, of course. Do what? Well, get the 150 lah. Like that. Almost the same. Except I don't have to press Ctrl Shift Enter. So equal sign, right? Take this. Multiply by this range you see on the screen. I just press enter. For this, for the people having this versions of Excel, right? You see a blue line. See a blue line, right? See a blue line? And when you come to this cell, do you notice this? The font color is slightly grayed out. This one is black. Without further ado, guys, let's put a formula text first before we go on further. Double click and put here. So when you choose your selection of formulas off the Excel IntelliSense listing, guys, don't go and type down the whole formula, guys. It's a waste of your time. It's meant to double click. So what I do, right, is always typing out the first two characters. Double click on it and done. Double click downwards. This is for 365, 2021, and if you have 2024. Formula text lists down formulas in the cell. It's only because there's no formula here. Blank one, no? See? No formula. No formula here. I press F2, no formula. The formula will be only in the first cell, but it overflows to here lah, following the range that we have selected. It follows down. So that is dynamic array from September 2018 onwards.